Hello, my name's Dan and this is my 80 Series Land Cruiser. So, I've had a few messages and people sort of asking why I haven't posted, and the simple reason is I just haven't had time to work on it, so there's nothing to post. But I thought I'll use this video to answer some commonly asked questions and sort of just to follow up on the last video. So probably the highest asked comment lately on here and other social media accounts is why is my tray so high? So if you don't know this car or this Land Cruiser, a 6-wheel drive 80 Series Land Cruiser on 40-inch tires, and it's U-chopped. And the tray is very high. Like, I'm a tool guy and this is very high. A lot of people think that the only reason it is because the bodywork sort of goes with the tray. That is a reason, but it's not the only reason. So as you can see here, I've sort of jacked up this tire as high as it goes and it's touching the bottom of the deck. And I'm doing that for two reasons, is because I'm sort of working out toolbox sizes, and I'm also going to make the deck slightly smaller just for a better departure angle. But besides that, so we get full flex up and it touches the bottom of the tray, which is, well, not quite, it's very close, but it doesn't, which is exactly what I'm after. I don't want to touch the tray, I want full flex on this vehicle all the way through. Front is the same. So if you're like interested in this, you can look back at I did like a wide body second generation video, and I can tuck this, if I can find a photo, I'll chuck it in there. I can tuck this tire inside the guard and turn side to side. So that's min, I get full articulation in the front, no rubbing whatsoever. That's also why it is wide bodied, because obviously I had 37s on this when it was a wagon and it rubbed kind of everywhere. Then buying 40s, I thought it's not much of a difference, but it's actual amazing how much bigger a 40-inch tire is over a 37-inch tire. It's not the matter of there's so many inches. It's actual crazy how big these tires are. So that's why I did that, and that's why it's so high. And the car is going to be lower. Like, once I get some weight on the back of this, like, it's going to have the fill-in, it's going to have a bit more weight on it. It should squat down a bit and level out, because of course, like, this gap here is probably what we're going to be looking at on the back once I build sort of chute bars on it, where at the moment, like, this gap is way bigger. Another thing is, I asked you guys about spare tires on the headboard. Although I did kind of like it, I didn't like how it cut into the bottom of here, because I want like a storage box under here. So I'm not going to put tires up there, even though I do love the look of two big tires on the headboard. That's not going to happen anymore, just because of the pure size of the tires is a bit outrageous. And I am going to put tow mirrors on this, but like, even with a tow mirror, it's sort of, the tire was out to here. It was pretty crazy. So the tire is probably going to go like under there somewhere, but we'll focus on that some other time. And then like 2 spares would be good, but I'll probably just chuck the other one on the tray, because I'm not going to need 2 spares 90% of the time. And even if I do get a flat, like, it's possible just to jack a tire up, put some tie downs around it, and just like sort of not use that axle, considering I've got 6 of them. Well, anyway, enough about this. If you want to see more on this, of course, look at my channel. So the reason I haven't been posting videos is because I've spent a while doing this. This is this in Patrol. The owner of this has asked me to sort of document part of the build, like not the build process, but like the fixing process of it, the rust repair process of it, which I have been kind of average at doing, but he is making videos sort of out of what I'm sending him. So that's quite cool. So like, if you're interested, I'm not going to really show you much of that. Go on his channel, I'll leave it in the description. It's like old school, I don't even know, I'm not going to say. And his name's Stan, but basically fix the rust here, the other side's even worse. I've fixed the rust on the front and a couple of other areas. And then the other job I've done is a Jaguar, it's a limousine. The owner of this is actually like a friend of mine. I've done a few vehicles for him. It was very, very rusty around the bottom of the window. Like, it was almost sort of to a stage that some people would sort of not bother about saving it, but he wanted to save it and I was willing to help him. It was a big job, but we got it done, and that's sort of why I haven't had any time to work on the 80 series. So I rebuilt all the bottom in steel and just made all that so the window fits, and it's, man, turned out pretty good. plus all the other stuff that I've been doing that I won't really mention. But yeah, so that's where I've been. Of course, like, I want to keep doing this YouTube, and I'm going to. Like, I'm going to get this finished. Probably the next question is, when is this looking at being done? So there is a full drive show in the South Island this time. I did make a video on the first ever full drive show in New Zealand, which was in North Island. Same people are doing the same in the South Island this time. So that's real cool because I'm in the South Island. So this is going to be there. So that's in September. So it's like, it is still a fair way away, but in the grand scheme of things, considering how much I want to do, it's not very far at all. So yeah, basically this will be here. It'll be the wide body. It'll be all painted up. It'll look good. It won't be like 100% finished. There's still more to do, but it will be looking good. Hopefully. In saying that, I'm going to bring it anyway. The hardest thing at the moment is kind of a trade-off of working on customer cars where I get money, or working on things like my projects where they don't make me any money and I spend money, and then I still need to pay for all my expenses because starting a business is expensive, and I started a business and a YouTube channel at the same time. So yeah, of course, if you guys want to help me, like viewing my content, which a lot of you do, and I appreciate it, and subscribing and everything like that, obviously it helps the YouTube thing, and I am finally a partnership now to the YouTube program. So like, you needed to reach some thresholds, which I've done, and yeah, so basically in saying that, now YouTube will sort of help fund. It's not very much at all, but it'll help fund this. So basically, rather than just like make money for me, I'll sort of work on this instead of make money elsewhere. So then I can kind of justify and afford to work on this more, rather than make the money I need to make for the business. So that's real cool, and thanks to all you guys for doing that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do it, because I think like 60% of my viewers, frequent viewers, aren't subscribed. Before I was a YouTuber, I didn't subscribe to all the channels I liked either, because I didn't really see the point, but because they turned up on my newsfeed anyway. But it does help massively, and like, the more subscribers I get, the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the builds will get, and most certainly the faster the builds will get, which is probably more what you guys care about. Like, this thing could be done a lot faster if I was just full-time doing this and YouTube. At the moment, that's just not fundable. Anyway guys, that's all I wanted to say, and that's pretty much it for this video. I just thought it was worth sort of just calling in and letting you guys know what I'm up to. And if you want to see more of this, of course, just check out my previous videos. I'll see you guys on the next one.